Good day, this is Pastor Michael Mitchell. Give me 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. Excuse me. Today, we're going to talk about why women are not to speak in the church. It plainly says that in several places. Women are to keep silent in the church. Why is that? Now today in society, you will see women in Western churches all over. And in the African churches as they emerge, the Nigerian thing, and now you've got either women that are preachers or prophetesses. And I'm not going to disparage them. It's none of my business. I don't want to get into that. But I'll tell you why you're not supposed to speak over men. You can speak to women. You can speak to people that are not in church, elderly people that are compromised. But you cannot sit in front of a church and speak above men. And I'll tell you why. Number one is, you see, man was created by God, right? Women were created from men by God, right? Women were not created from God. They were created from men. Men were created from God. Men were created from God in his own image. Right? Women were created. He put the man to sleep. He took a rib out and he made a woman. He created a woman from a man. Right? Right. So what happened here? Why this hard line on this from him? I mean, he's very, very specific about this. He being Allah, God, Jehovah. I'll tell you what. It starts in Genesis 3, where the snake, the serpent, which was Satan, was in the Garden of Eden. And he compromised Eve. He compromised her. And that was the first sin. And I want to say quickly there, why was Satan in the Garden of Eden? I'll tell you why. Satan is the only creature that can give off the presence of an angel. And I'm kind of a presence kind of guy. You get to know me, we will talk presence till you're sick of it. He can fool me. He can fool me. It's like, well, big deal. Well, it is a big deal. It's a huge deal because the others can't. Okay, that was his pass to get in the garden. Do you see what I'm saying? So he compromised Eve. He come out. They find out what's wrong. And God puts some specifications, some curses, some things that women may have to do for the rest of their life. And one is, he says, I will put enmity between the man and the woman. You see. And a lot of scholars will say that's Satan and Jesus. Could be, but I'm going to read it to you literally. He says, for the man will bruise her face and she will kick him in the heel. You ever been in a battered woman home? Their faces all beat up because the old man's punching her in the face. But when he's done with her, he will turn around and she will kick him, see? But she'll only kick his heel, right? He will bruise her in the face and she will kick him in the heel. She's trying to kick him in the rear end, okay? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how stressed that is, okay? And today we have equality of men and women. And I don't care about that. I mean, that's great. You want to be a scientist, you want to be a president, or whatever it is, except in the realm of God, okay? You know what I'm saying now. So anyway, I got some more here. I got to gather my thought on this. Okay. So that is why. So what happens, and this one here, this is the warning I'm going to give the folks that do this. So what happens to the woman that goes to church, grabs the microphone, and sees this singing away? What happens? What's the repercussion to that? Well, you're not going to like it. To the woman, there will be no repercussions. To the man that's the leader of the church or her husband, there will be huge huge repercussions because they are charged with blasphemy. Not her, him. They are charged with blasphemy. Yes, sir. You betcha. Not the woman. Well, I didn't know. Because you're in control over women. It's just the way it is. And if you look at all three of our religions, you'll find that is always consistent in error. Okay? But that's why. And I think that is very important to know. Now, I actually got a minute here too. I want to tell you how this works out and why the man and the woman have this. Because God, or probably Satan, put this in there. Now, keep in mind, I would read this whole thing to you, and I have it on my YouTube site. And if you go there, please like and subscribe, because they'll pay me money eventually for this. You see. But here's the way it is. God, Jehovah, man, woman. One more time. God, man, woman. Not God, woman, man. Not God, man and woman together. You know what I'm saying there. Now, the people probably right now in India and all my friends in Africa are going, except the ones that have the women that are, doing these things. Actually, when I go to Africa, I counsel a lot of women about this, and a lot of men, don't do this. You don't want to go down this path. But it does make money, I suppose. You kind of got a two-for thing there, 2 for 1. The changing the original position of a preacher's wife now to, putting on some earrings and a wig and some nice dress and a microphone. I'm not being negative, am I? Which I want to, anyway, so I want to tell you a couple more things. One is, can you see how far that is removed from, I'm looking at the Indian people and I'm going, yes, I understand. And the moms are going, yeah. And the Jews are going, that makes sense. But in the West, they're going, what is going on here? It's just the way it is. And it's going to cause, and is causing the West a tremendous amount of problems. It's just the way it is. It's in the Bible. So now, what's the good news about this? It doesn't sound that great, does it? Well, it does, because I'll tell you why. Here's the benefits of this. You see, because being that you're in this position and the man is over you, here's the deal. You are under his protection. Yes, he is the priest. Not a priestess, a priest. And he is a priest over his family, over his wife, over his kids. He provides you with protection from Satan. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That's your benefit. Okay? You're under his care. And then when you guys have kids, then you have little priests. And you have women that marry little priests. And it goes on and on and on and on. And the priesthood goes on and on and on and on through our whole 3 religions. It's a priesthood, not a priestesshood. Does that make any sense? I know for some of the people there, but it's the truth. It's the way it is. I will tell you this. When I was in Liberia, they had women preachers in there, and I went out to preach in their churches I didn't know. I'll get up and walk out immediately. I will not take communion in those churches. I'd puke it up. Okay? It's just the way it is. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm sure my Muslim brothers and sisters will go, yeah. No, I'm not going down that road. That's the way it is. Nope, that's right in the book. That's what the Holy Spirit tells me, and I'm sticking with it. So anyway, peace. Love you all.